Finally, people, we have arrived. Viktor Gyokeres is an Arsenal player. This is exactly what we have been waiting for. It's been a minute since I've done a video. I think the last video I did, I was talking about Madueke. I didn't even get the green screen up like today, and the articles going like we're going to be going, and the little videos here and there. Today is a day where I had to do it. I've been busy. I'm in and out of the house. I'm running around. But you know what? This is what gives you the extra energy to make videos, to come on and to talk about Arsenal Football Club. This is what gets us excited as fans. We've been crying for a striker for so long, and finally now we've got it with Viktor Gyokeres. I want to show you guys this video, you know, and before we do start, by the way, guys, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. All of that stuff really does help the channel grow, and yeah, really appreciate everyone jumping on all of that. But I really want to show you guys this video that I came across today after Gyokeres. Here we go. Ornstein, let's give him credit first. He's the one who dropped it first. Ornstein bomber. Listen, Ornstein's been our ride or die since Wenger days, you know, with the exclusives when it comes to Arsenal Football Club. But yes, we'll give him his credit. But of course, Fabrizio Romano, you're waiting for the here we go as well, just for the vibes. And yeah, the vibes are here. So let me just show you guys this video. So if you guys can see here, we got my guy Lewis Skelly, man. He's buzzing. So let's see what he does.
Get a picture, fam. Get a picture.
Come on, all of that, yes, come on, yeah, that's exactly what we want, man. Viktor Gyokeres coming into the club, that's what we want to see, and the celebration, the goals. Listen, you can talk about your fancy touches, you can talk about your XG, you can talk about all of that, but when you see a player who scored basically 100 goals in 2 years, right, in 2 seasons, that's what gets you excited as a fan. That's what you want to see. You don't care about the little fancy flicks, the little silky touches. No, but you want to see a player who's coming in and scoring goals, and that's what Gyokeres is going to do. He is direct, he is strong, his eyes are only for the goal. Every action that he does is to go to the goal. You know, that's exactly what we're missing. We've always had players, you know, the Jesuses, the Havertz, they like to do work outside the box, they like to link up with the play. You know, Havertz, even though I don't really rate him, but more credit to him, he'll get in the box, wrap it up a little bit, get a header here and there. But a lot of these players, right, they don't want to be going in the box. That's why when Marino went up front last season, we saw him coming in and we saw Marino score a bag of goals because he wasn't afraid to go in the box. He wasn't afraid. And Gyokeres is another one of these players who's direct. He's got a turn of pace. He's strong. He's going to be going for the goal, and that's what we need. He's someone who's going to go for the kill, and I think he's going to take us to that next level. So brilliant signing for me. And yeah, let's just keep on going, man, because we've got a little article here, of course, to go through from the Athletic. I believe this is the one from Ornstein, just talking about all the, you know, the details about the agreement that's about to take place between Arsenal and Sporting for Viktor Gyokeres. So yeah, Viktor Gyokeres here, as Ornstein has said here, they struck a deal which is 63.5 million euros plus 10 million euros. That's about what, 54, he says here, 55 million pounds. So for me, very good deal. 8.6 million pounds in bonuses. That seemed to be the issue between the two teams. They seemed to be arguing about who were going to pay the bonuses, who was going to pay the add-ons and all of that sort of stuff. And we finally got this agreement between the two clubs. But of course, as Ornstein did say here, there's obviously issues, all of that sort of stuff, as I did mention. But Gyokeres pushed for this move, guys. We have to remember this. Gyokeres is the reason this has happened. You know, you can talk about Arsenal and good negotiations from Berta and all of this sort of stuff, but if it wasn't for Gyokeres' determination to play for the club, this deal, in my opinion, probably wouldn't have happened, and Arsenal maybe would have moved on and looked for an easier deal elsewhere, because Sporting they weren't playing ball. They signed agreements, or they made agreements verbally with Gyokeres last season saying he can leave once a certain 60 million euros was paid by any club, and that didn't seem to be the case. All of a sudden, they went back on their word. The new president's come in. But Gyokeres stood firm. He put his foot down. He said, listen, I only want to go to Arsenal. They're trying to link him to the likes of Manchester United. They're trying to link him to the likes of Chelsea and all of these other clubs. But in the end, he said, nope, I only want to go to Arsenal Football Club. So massive credit to Viktor Gyokeres. I'm so impressed with him already, and I think there's a report now, actually we'll go into it, talking about he just wants to join the Singapore tour. He wants to be there straight away. So for me, he's a massive, you know, asset to have in this club. That's the type of player that we want to see at this football club, and I believe he's going to do absolutely amazing for us. As you guys can see here, on July 12th, the president tried to say Gyokeres is going to get a heavy fine, all of that. He was told to apologise to his sporting teammates after he missed the deadline to report for pre-season. You know, they were trying to put all of this sort of pressure on him and all of that, but he wasn't having it. He wasn't having it. He made his mind up. He was going to Arsenal Football Club. And as I said, if it wasn't for him, I don't think this deal would happen. His determination is what's got this deal done and over the line. So yeah, big credit to him. And as I said, I think he's going to be a massive asset for us. Obviously, experienced in England already, Brighton, Coventry, obviously where people really started noticing Gyokeres is, yeah, this is the guy we want to see, you know, going to that next level. And yeah, for me, massive signing. But yeah, let me just look at this other thing I want to show you guys. I believe there was a little report that's come out after talking about how adamant he is about coming to the Singapore tour, and I think it'd be really good. We need him on the preseason tour to get acclimatized with the squad, with the tactics, with the teammates, all of that sort of stuff. So it says here, Viktor Gyokeres is adamant he wants to be part of Arsenal's pre-season after following a strict individual training plan. So he's been trying to keep himself fit, he's been trying to keep himself occupied, and he's just raring to go. You saw reports, I don't know if you guys saw these, because obviously, unfortunately, I was so busy, I wasn't able to give you guys these constant updates, and I'm kind of in a way glad I didn't, because a lot of them I felt were a bit nonsense. But there was one story about Gyokeres' dad. You know, he would burst into tears because the deal was about to collapse and all of this sort of nonsense coming from Portugal. But listen, at the end of the day, he's an Arsenal player. We're glad to have him, and I'm absolutely buzzing that he's an Arsenal player. I think next season, you know, I'm just waiting now. Cherry on top. I think we do need him, Eze, to come in. We need Eze to come in. If Eze comes in, I think we're good. I know other people want this left winger. I'm happy with Martinelli and even Trossard rotating. I'm happy with that. Jesus, maybe throughout the season he'll be able to come in and help out a little bit here and there, you know, pitch in a little bit. But apart from that, I just want Eze now to come in. Eze comes in, I think we have enough. I think we have enough for next season. And this was real main sign for us. Gyokeres, the guy up front, and then on top of that, Havertz and all of these players, less pressure on them. They can help the team out, be squad players, you know, coming in and out. You know, not really expected maybe to take all the pressure, because Gyokeres is there now to deliver the goals, and I think he will. He's got the mentality for it, man. He's got the ability for it. And listen, if you just go with stats alone, he's genuinely probably the best striker in the world. So let's see what he can do in the Premier League for Arsenal Football Club and in the Champions League as well, because we want to at least get to a final next season, man. But yeah, guys, man, it's been a quick video. Gyokeres is an Arsenal player. Make sure, as always, as I said, to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll be back with you guys next time. Peace.